intend to insult or hurt the feelings of Muslims, but its purpose is to show that apostates are human who have feelings and must be given the right to express themselves against their former religion without fear of facing persecution or harm. Simon Wilder, quoting Walt Whitman, Song of myself, you shall no longer take things at second or third hand, not look through the eyes of the dead, nor feed on the spectres in books. You shall not look through my eyes either, nor take things from me. You shall listen to all sides, and filter them from yourself. Move ye with honors. Just when you think you know something, you have to look at in another way, even though it may seem silly or wrong. You must try. Now, we all have a great need for acceptance, but you must trust that your beliefs are unique, your own, even though others may think them odd or unpopular, even though the herd may go, that's bad. Robert Frost said, two roads diverged in the wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. This is a battle, a war, and the casualties could be your hearts and souls. Remove Islamic laws. Break free from Islam and religious beliefs. Greetings, everyone. This is me, Zahra Jawad. Just fixing my mic here. Thank you for waiting and thank you for joining. Again, disorderly, frenzied mind, battered body, and all this. So I will make a mess out of this. I know I'm not prepared. I couldn't find my live stream here. I thought I'm a ghost. So I went to my channel and found it. It didn't come on the home screen of YouTube. Don't know why. Okay, opening my live chat. No one has joined me. So now I'm on this channel. Before that, about certain things on channel 1. And have a lot to say. I was thinking, I was listening to Salim Lalani and the corruption. Rich people are not helping the poor. There's such a stark difference between the rich and the poor. So let's see if I'm able to say some things properly. Sorry if I cannot. I apologize. Oh, so Aga Khan, we thought that Aga Khan was so great, and his AKDN, Aga Khan Development Network, yes, AKDN. So I'm also slow and not very alert. So it was really heartbreaking recently to see those pictures of Mumbai and some other pictures in Syria, and so as a spiritual father, well, I thought that His Highness Aga Khan was very organized, but I think now I changed my mind. Sorry, I don't mean to be rude, but you know, I have to speak against His Highness Aga Khan's AKDN and all that. The rich are getting richer and the poor are getting poorer. That also, and whatnot is happening here. So I'm from one of the richest, less corrupted countries.
But still, I feel that it's not enough. Why are those below the poverty line in slums not being helped? And even Ismailis, like in those slums in India, that was really heartbreaking. One of the pictures, um, Salim Lalani shared on his recent live stream. I was there yesterday. Gharib Murids of His Highness Aga Khan. So we thought they were very affluent and rich. The Aga Khanis, and yeah, but there was a stationery shop of an Aga Khani where we lived in the old house. Oh, like, near our old house, not in our old house. And he just had a shop and he was content. And he was the most sharif person I've met in Karachi, in that area. Stationery shop man was Ismaili. I don't know if he's there anymore. And so I thought His Highness Aga Khan was very organized and had organized his Jamaat and very humanitarian, reaching out at least like after having given to his murids and well established them, then he's made that wonderful park in Canada and the museum in Canada. But what Salim Lalani is saying is totally against that. That there are poor murids of His Highness Aga. Okay, and it's I just realized like a brainstorming what we could do, you know. So the you see Pakistanis here. I I understand their plight and all this, but it doesn't mean that they take it out on the customer, you know, and the Indians also. So, oh God, I said something on live stream Facebook against my Arabs, Emirates also. Like we have such tall buildings and everything. We have so much money, but yet we're lacking that social help, social work help, and all. So we're making taller buildings and more buildings, and we're getting more advanced technologically also, but very little help for the poor, the oppressed, the downtrodden, and all that around the world. And I thought UAE was in the forefront, Saudi Arabia sending, aid and all this wherever there was a natural disaster in Pakistan and all this. India refused actually what UAE had offered, what UAE had offered at the time when they had the flood in India. But they're still willing to send all this aid and all help. And here we have not a one taxi stopping. And Nakhra, itne Nakhre hain. Like, when this is like a little bit of experience I had when I came here from Karachi and was in the new house now, big house. It's like brothers are there together in one, you know, this thing, what do you call it, compartment, or so it's like a palace, and the Pakistani drivers, they would sleep in the afternoon, take a break. Uh, it was like, we can't wake them up. Uh, no, so you know, it was. It came to me as a surprise here in Dubai. Like, Oh my God, itne thought what? They have such a ease, luxurious life here. They can sleep in the afternoon. My driver, we called them in the old house when we were living in the old house. But the cook wants to, later on in the new house, our Bangladeshi Bengali cook wants to sleep in the afternoon and you can't wake him up. So that happened later, but earlier years, like the driver was had to be ever ready, and we were very active. The drivers, it was not like sleep deprivation or anything. But here in the UAE, when I came to Dubai for the renewal of my passport and lived in my grandmother's house, saw that these drivers, Nakhre, ye Pakistani, okay. So I was surprised. So this now we have Filipinos here, and they've changed the face of Dubai. Actually, before we couldn't go outside without we had to dress up like anything, like in casual clothes. Like you just go out like in London. We would as students, and perhaps even if I lived in London, just like that, right? In my retirement years. So London is very good. London is you can just go out, whether the jeans are torn or the clothes are not ironed, or they don't give two hoots about what you are wearing, what's happening. I mean, I went in this terrible dressing. My dressing was terrible when I went. I was so hungry one night. I said, "No, you have to." Because the food, I mean, the restaurant, Azerbaijan, Irani restaurant, Allah. And I just wanted rice and that chilu kebab and, right, or chilu murg, chicken kebab. Oh, and put butter on it. And this Irani, but it was very expensive. So I had to be very careful when I go there. And this time I said, okay, I'm hungry. So I just took off like that with that half coat of mine to the knees, black, and I hated black. And I was thinking, why did I buy this jacket? Overcoat. In my home clothes, but just wearing that overcoat coat on top, and just I look so ugly and all this. And Iranis come there, well dressed, like. So I went there, and this lady, that these waitresses and all, and the owner, like I don't know, sales in the restaurant, what do you call them, waiters and all, and the cash at they told they were saying that she is so beautiful. She's beautiful, or again it was like Khaili Kashang, Khaili Kashang Hasta or something like that. I said, are you saying that I'm beautiful and all this, or very beautiful? Because then I was telling them how I know Irani. A little bit I can understand, very little. And I have this, and in London even, my hair curly, frizzy, this, that, wear a hat on. Oh, so I don't know how these Iranians in the restaurant, Azerbaijan restaurant, thought that I was beautiful. Oh my God. I mean, have you seen Iranians and their height and everything? Khaili Kashangas and Khaili Kashangas. Hello, who's this? Just have to wear welcome. Let's see what you have to say here. Sorry, I haven't worn my reading glasses. So where did I put it? Put my. I'm very disorganized here. Oh God, I don't know where I put my reading glasses. So here on the cushion. Azmoon is here. Hello. Almoon, how are you? Almoon says, hello, Zara Jawad. Hello, Almoon. So, welcome. So, we need to help humanity. Where's that picture? Images. Save humanity. Almoon, I came to your channel. The thing is that, it's in Hindi, and Adam Seeker is there sometimes. And I don't understand Hindi and Urdu properly. I cannot speak properly. So I'm sorry, I could not join that. Actually, um, my audience is kind of different from India and Pakistan, and because I'm not feeling well, I can't trust anyone. So I could, I flip and all this, right? So just spare you that flipping also. And I can't trust, sorry, my, I can't trust my condition. I can't trust anyone. No ex Muslim, no Indian, no uh, Muslim. No, so sorry, Pakistani and Asian ex Muslims. Sorry, I apologize greatly if you are innocent and you're truly, um, an ex Muslim. I hope you don't take it personally. But it's just me, it's the problem I have. I can't trust people. Reach out, save humanity. Oh God, sorry, now the background, in the background, these prayers are going on. Is there anything, please do give me a feedback on this, what I've said. I hope you don't feel offended or anything. I don't mean to offend you personally. So I need a very, I'm different, sorry, and my style is also different, as you can see. So, and with the men around, I cannot, Pakistani, Indian men, I saw this, this thing about rape in India. This Muslim lady was raped by three Indian men. It just shuddered the living daylights out of me. Uh, Muslim raped in India. So they let her and killed uh, her 3-year-old daughter. So can't trust India at all. Muslim raped in India. Gang raped by 11 people. Do you see this? The Guardian. Shocked. Release of 11. So there's been a release of 11 Hindu, this Hindu mob. After like how many years? Old daughter, a 3 year. I mean, there's murder. There's gang rape of 11. And they've been released. They killed her whole family, raped her mother also. So the Guardian, thank you. Oh, CNN.com. I don't want to compromise my privacy. Email might pop up if I go into this site. So sorry, theguardian.com. You see this? So you'll have to give me some details about yourself. This is too beyond me. Oh, anger in India at release of 11 men who raped a Muslim woman and killed her family. So, okay, going to the my Abu Dhabi, UAE news. He- Rupa Dara Modi, a victim. What's this? 11 men, 11 men jailed for life for raping a pregnant Muslim woman. And she was also pregnant, and murdering family members during riots in India's Gujarat state have been released. Have been released, sparking outrage. Jailed for life, but they've been released, sparking outrage against the country's Hindu nationalist government. Good. Bilkis Banu, then 21 years old, and I can 5 months pregnant. So India is killing the Muslims. And are you in India? Someone needs to bring this case to High Court, Supreme Court of India. Bilkis Banu. Oh my goodness. It's really extremely shuddering, but shuddering to my very bones. What? Please read this. Sorry, excuse me. Uh, Members of a family were killed during sectarian riots. You, what? That broke out in February 2002. Now, I was in Pakistan, in western Gujarat state. In year 2002, I was in Pakistan. I'm no more there. A Mumbai court, if I was there, I would have been kebab ho jati main. I would have been meshed potatoes. A Mumbai court sentenced the men to life in 2008 in one of the high profile cases after the violence which left nearly 1,000 people dead. However, when they had served 15 years in prison, one of them, Radhe Sham Shah, appealed to the he's already appealed to the Supreme Court for release under the state's remission policy. Oh, the men walked free on India's Independence Day on Monday after the state government run by Prime Minister Narendra, shame on Prime Minister Narendra Modi and his party, released them, citing their age, nature of the crime, behavior in prison, their age. What about the 3-year-old they killed, murdered? This is such a crock. Oh, sorry, from the, uh, what do you call it? Dialogue. I can't talk properly. I would need Haris Sultan eloquently talking. Heart word ko sab side pe rakh do. This is about saving humanity. Don't get depressed. Don't get panic. Don't scream. Don't take a pause even for this. The top court in May had asked the state, shame on Narendra Modi. Okay, here, I'm from Emirates, so I'm supposed to. No, I don't care where I'm from anymore. The top court in May had asked the state government to decide on Shah's application, and a committee was formed to look into the matter. It said, I can't even take this person's name without feeling sick. Said Sujal Mayatra, said Sujal Mayatra, collector of Panchmahal district. I feel so terrible. I hope I'm not Radharani. Oh my God, I feel so terrible. No, am I taking a pause? No, don't do this. Don't take a pause. I wish I was a fast talker. A few months back, the committee took an a unanimous decision in favor of remission of all the 11 convicts in the case. And the recommendation was sent to the state government. We received the orders for their release yesterday. Mr. Mayatra said, violence in 2002. So, you Hindus, violence erupted in the state's Godhra city in February 2002 after the killing of what, 59 Hindu pilgrims. Oh, by Muslims accused of setting fire. You see, first the Muslims started. Oh, okay, sorry. Yeah. Huh. Okay. Violence erupted in the state's Godhra city. You, Sarah, first you read the truth and nothing but the whole truth. You see, you made up your mind that, oh, yes, the Muslims are right that Narendra Modi has come to get the Muslims. And we are afraid of Narendra Modi doing harm to the Muslims of India. Now, you see what happens here in violence. So, this violence, but is this what this rape and killing of the whole? Let's see. No, no, violence. You see, violence and against violence is not right. But Sarah, again, you see, अगर तुम्हारी माँ होती इधर, अगर if it was your mother here, what didn't you want to rape Dr. Ferozi Ahmed? Oh yes. Violence erupted in the state's Godhra city in February 2002 after the killing of 59 Hindu pilgrims. Now, what Loy Macedo told you, but he did not tell you the background of this. So I learned from Loy Macedo that this outrageous, and Hindus have double standards, but I did not learn the background to it from Loy Macedo. But okay, let's see if 59 Hindu pilgrims by Muslims killing, accused, 59 Hindu pilgrims by Muslims accused of setting fire to a train coach as they returned from the Hindu holy city of Ayodhya. Oh, so, you know, oh, okay. And train killings followed by days of violence across the state. At the time, Mr. Modi was the state's chief minister. More than 1,000 people, most of them Muslims, were killed in days of rioting. Oh, in the state. This is not balanced, considered one of the worst instances of sectarian violence in modern India. God knows that. So I cannot decide about this. Only a judge, because, in my madness also, I cannot decide. Ex-Muslim Aaron Yeager, hello. Sorry, I was reading this. I missed you. Welcome here. Uh, so Miss Banu from Randikpur near Ahmedabad, and 15 others, including her toddler daughter, Salah, Saleh, Saleha, and a day-old niece, had fled their village but were ambushed. So, Hindus, you're learning well from the Muslims how to ambush people. You're learning well from Quran ayats. I can I can read any. Huh. 1 day old niece, mob armed with sickles, swords, and sticks. She was gang raped, and her 3 year old daughter was snatched from her arms and her head smashed with a rock. Oh, oh my God. 6 family members managed to escape. What do you think about the rule of law? Your government, where's the Hindu government? Police. 6 family members managed to escape. 6 family members were. Well, what kind of. Sorry, I get. This is not me, I'm possessed. Please help. If you have money, if you have the passion to help. Erin Yeager, I saw your videos on Al Kafi, the funniest. It was really good. I can't believe that our imams, because I was a Shia too, would have really like all authority, absolute authority to. Do you remember that video? Sorry, I'm discussing it here. Absolute authority to the wife, and women cannot travel on saddles, on a horseback or camel saddles. Really strange, funny, outrageously sick. Had, so I hadn't reached that part of Al Kafi. Really, I couldn't believe what and the Muslims and the Shia still believe in Shia Islam. So there was a great video, well done. Um, she was gang raped in her. Oh, I can't. 7 years to be considered dead. Miss Banu Bor. How do you like? You take it out on these poor innocent women? Oh my goodness, this is outrageously outrageous. I feel like throwing up, but she identified who lived in. So Miss Banu borrowed clothes from a local woman when she regained consciousness and managed to reach a police station. She identified all the attackers who lived in the same neighborhood and were known to her family. The 11 men were arrested in 2004. The trial began 2004. Oh, okay. The trial began in Ahmedabad but was later transferred to Mumbai. Sorry, I'm losing my voice. Ms. Banu received death threats amid fears of over evidence tampering and harm to witnesses. A special. Oh my goodness, what is this? Can someone please tell me where are you people heading? What are you doing? ये India भी यानी if the Muslims kill you, you know how many they've killed our Shias, but we don't go raping their women like this and killing family members uh, and smashing their children on the rocks. Sorry, I can't speak properly right now. I'm fuming. Bombay High Court upheld the convictions in 2017 and awarded Ms. Banu compensation of 5 million rupees in 2019. Watching autopsies, severing the heads of the victims to hide their identities. What's this? The court, however, acquitted 7 people. Acquitted 7 people, including a police constable, accused of watering down the complaint. Leave it. I'm never, sorry, What's this? Outrage. Oh, I feel like throwing up. I can read. See, so we here depressed, oppressed. We can't do it. But tutti putti, English, Urdu. Okay, still I've reached this far, so I don't feel guilty, right? Reach out, please. My head is correct. I've been so. Aaron Yeager, you sound like this person I know in Karachi. My father's. Anyways, so, sorry. Uh, uh, um, so this thing in year two, someone was jealous. I was praising an Indian in Pakistan. Oh, it's happened. Now you're going to say it's happened because of you in year 2002? Uh, so, Yani, if, let's say I go and, you see, my stepmother, she threw pots at us and she came outside of her house shouting the filthiest abuse I've ever ever known in my life. Randi, mother chod, whatever. Sorry, excuse me, huh? Cut, like that. And throwing pots at me from her balcony. And my father was there, not stopping her. You see, did I do anything to her? Did I take revenge? At that time, I was normal, right? Kind of, kind of. Hey, if I wanted, I would have taken a knife, gone back to her house, and said, you know. And my father wants to hit her. And I'm saying, Daddy, don't, no. Because I've never seen my father hitting a woman. Like she was like, Randi, Bharvi, this, that to me. And before that, I mean, coming down now from the second floor, first floor of her house. And in the balcony, she's thrown pots at me, and her balcony was, facing the main gate. And the car was parked there, and I was in the car just calling my father because this is the first time I've gone to their house outside, not inside. And I didn't even ring the bell. The driver rang the bell, and they had an intercom, and she's come from, oh my God, throwing pots at me, my car. Let's say next time I go there to her house, huh? And break all the lights of her, their, outside their door. Retaliate. Why I wanted to rape Dr. Farooq Ahmad is because in a very deceptive manner. At least I could go complain to the police and say this woman has abused me, but that's not the way in Karachi. Like Karachi, it's lawlessness. She's thrown pots at me, right? She's abused me. And although my father told her before children were born, with my father, although she was a widow and she already had two children with her, her own children from her first husband. So what happened? You see, I could have, because it wasn't chalaki at that moment, right? It wasn't that clever, cunning way. of ruining our lives. I could have simply called the police on her and said, "Isko andar karo." Yeah, you know. And when Pakistan, I can go to the police station in Karachi, but maybe they will bribe the police. I don't know. Yeah, my father could behind my back. Anyways, but I didn't. You see, so I'm ashamed if I'm Radha Rani. Sorry, rapist. What's this? We Shias, we don't do this in Pakistan against our killers, you know. I know one great family from old times when I was a child, originally from Iran. Oh God. So Hamshiri, Sakina Dadi. Every time I tell my grand aunt, oh, Coca Cola, I used to call her the Coca Cola Wali. Please, Mimi, when are we going to the Coca Cola Wali one, the Coke one? So we go there, and my grand aunt says, she calls you Coca Cola Wali. We have every time we go there, she would give us because they had a restaurant in Karadar, Hamshiri restaurant, right? So later on in year 2000, I have to go to her son's Sadiq Hamshiri, who's married to this beautiful lady with three kids, children. I have to go to the Iranian Imam Barga for the 1 year and the saying majlis. What do you call it? He's been killed by Sipai Sahiba, and that man who's gone to jail now from Sipai Sahiba, a member of Sipai Sahiba, anti-Shia terrorist group in Pakistan, huh? Says that if I come out again, I will kill Shias because they earn I don't know how many heaven for every killing one Shia is like how many virgins heaven. So hmm, we were told in the majlis also that so someone sitting next to me, another Iranian family I've known, the lady from that Iranian family said, you know, God have mercy, because we were told that these terrorist groups are all anti-Shia and they're after us, and God knows how many lashes we'll have to pick up in Pakistan, Karachi. This is the culmination of BJP Naya Justice, it said. Shame on you, India. But so I was, but about my case, like saying that this lawyer, पाकिस्तान भी एक बेगैरत कंट्री है बिल्कुल low, no police can be bribed and all this. Sorry, I'm saying this in public as if I'm talking to my friend on the phone. Right now, I have no kind of uh, what do you call it? Hosh na doram. Yani, I have no sense of this thing that I'm in public social media in Farsi. Like I'm in a trance, I'm hypnotized. So anything I say, disclaimer. It does not reflect what my country, my country, the country I belong to. It does not reflect my country's views. Emirates, because I lived most of my life in Pakistan and I lived like a Pakistani. I learned like a Pakistani to be a Pakistani, not an Emirati, right? And here I've come in my terrible state where I cannot, and my father's family was like from the Shia side, Luwati side, Luwati Arabs. So anything I say does not reflect the views of my country. Disclaimer I should put, also I should put a disclaimer here. Sorry, I think I'm going to make a new introductory video so that, next time Iran doesn't say that Saudi Arabia or Emirates, UAE have done this in Iran along with, uh, down with USA and Israel. So please note that anything I say does not reflect my country's views. UAE, my country's views. So when we need to have groups, when are we going to form those social groups? Anita Murjani has written a book for empaths, how to, we're going to go there now. I'm going to go there. Thank you for being here. Anita Murjani. And there's another one, Dying to Be Me. And where's that on empaths? Where's her book on empaths? So you see how to empower empaths. Sensitive is the new strong. Very sensitive people. The power of empaths in an increasingly harsh world. This is the book I think I bought of hers from Google. So Anita Murjani, I think she's in the States, and with the Jennifer Lopez. No, sorry, Jennifer, what's her name? McLean's. So there, I will go to Jennifer McLean's. With the Jennifer McLean's, she comes at times, and here she's with someone else on. Is this YouTube? Sorry. So there's Jennifer McLean's in America. McLean's. What was her first master's? Healing with the masters. She was a host of that organization. Oh, host. I had to put host there. Healing with the masters. I just it came, but sorry, the reflexes were too fast. Here, she's the one. Jennifer McLean. So thank you, America. Thank you, Anita Murjani. Thank you, Jennifer McLean. Let's see her other works here. Her other books. Oh, there's another Jennifer McLean. Sorry, I don't mean any copyrights infringement, any infringement of any sort. Jennifer McLean's McLean. Healing. So I just have to put this one. Healing, or maybe Healing with the Masters and other books. I hope you realize, sorry, I have to use my condition. I'm being, there's unbearable pain, restlessness. I'm in agony, actually. Been like this since year 2000. Other books. Oh, I should put with Anita Murjani. And Anita Murjani. So these are, what shall I say they are for me? What a great, they're pioneers. What an inspiration. We can learn from them. Spontaneous Transformation, question and answer with Jennifer McLean. Uh, are you an empath? No more hiding with Anita Murjani and Jennifer McLean. No more hiding. Sometimes you feel like you want to hide, you know. Oh, no, no. Lay low and go to sleep. No, I can't take this. I can't take that. And what am I doing? And what if I'm covertly, I sus being targeted to be hushed by the rich? And remember, we don't want this kind of, no kind of violence. But like my father said, if you feel angry, you can vent out, punch a pillow, or rape Dr. Ahmed, like I did. Oh, no, no, he didn't say that, but yeah. Of course, now I'm away from Pakistan. I won't even. Probably they'll put me with where they have put General Musharraf in contempt of court, even Pakistani courts and lawyers. So I am not allowed, perhaps. My country will not allow me to go to Pakistan, but they do it in a very covert manner. Like now, I need my stepmother. Now my father is there. How can I need because my father is a UAE, so I need a Pakistani to give reference to the UAE to the Pakistani consulate here in UAE. Then they will tell me if I can go to Pakistan or not. They're like through WhatsApp. No, she has to send papers. Now a new stepmother. My father is younger than myself. This you're in public. So these are great women, and you're not going to fail them, are you? I tell myself. So what I'm doing here as a UAE Emirati, I hope the government gives me a blind eye because already I think I have cancer or some kind of a disease. So I wanted to actually come online like before I die, episode 1, and then before I die, maybe later on in the day, episode 2. And I'm in doctor. So you know that Jennifer McLean, give my daughter the injection from that movie. Oh, I'm in so much pain. And I'm all the time like this. Allah. Oh, so who's going to give me the injection painkiller? What's her name now? When I call Jennifer McLean, I use her name, the actresses. So it's a terms of endearment. Now we're going to YouTube. Please give me injection, doctor. Give me injection. Sorry, this was a mistake. Ah, terms of endearment. I've seen this movie, Terms of Endearment. And then later on, I'll be coming to the Islam topic, Terms of Endearment movie scene, movie clips. What's her name? Hospital scene. This one. Do you see this? Emma's pain shot. Okay, give my daughter a shot. I'm in pain, but what shot? Give me, what do you call that? Kill me, doctor. What's that anesthesia? No. Kill me. Again, I forget the name because I'm here on live stream and now I'm all like anesthesia, and uh, 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 euthanasia. Euthanasia. Do you want to see this? No copyrights infringement intended. So, okay, it's going to take time and what a, so this is, this is, how could I forget her name? So now that I remember Jennifer McLean, I've forgotten this actress's name. So sorry about that, right? Give me the shot. I'm in lots of pain. But I cannot say this here, I cannot speak loud. Now, where shall we go? Okay, so this, okay, I'll go to Derek C. Where is he? He hasn't come. He said goodbye. So he said, okay, I'll continue with now a little bit. I shouldn't be. Now I can go to from my pain to Derek C. What he said that we are, there's an intelligent, let's say there's, forget the personal stuff he said, but there's an intelligent design. And now on religions and belief systems and all this a little bit. Let's see how far this goes. This is my favorite topic. I'm very passionate about it. So please, oh yes, in conclusion, no, please think I need trustworthy people, people who can afford to help human beings reach out, make your city humanitarian welfare city. We can afford to do this. I hope UAE can afford to do this. Qatar can afford to do this, Saudi Arabia, but they're not doing this. So how can I reach your very souls so that you will be, how can I appeal to my president? The most, it's very handsome. अभी तुम देखो UAE president. Ooh. So I love his mother. This video of his mother, and we have a very handsome, but he's married. But just kidding. Okay. So God, long live His Highness Muhammad bin Zayed Al Nahyan, and then we have this right. We have Her Highness Sheikha Fatima. Ah, so very very good. Where are all the Sheikhas really? Sheikha Fatima bint Mubarak. मुबारक तुझे हम नवा मिल गया नमा नहीं है. So I mean, look at Her Highness Sheikha Fatima's contribution to and the United Nations as achievements. Sheikha Fatima is a supporter of women's rights in the UAE. Now, how could it be that in Dubai, one royal family's ex-wife is suffering like that? And I not understand. And she is the supreme chairperson of the I will throw because I can't take it. Family Development Foundation and significantly contributed to the foundation of the first women's organization in 1976. So on Facebook, we have her supporters, Her Highness's supporters. The Abu Dhabi Society for the Awakening of Women. She was also instrumental in a nationwide campaign advocating for girls' education. Salutations unending. And heads the UAE General Women Union. Salutations, very good. Which she founded in 1975. She is also the president of Motherhood and Childhood Supreme Council. At the end of the 1990s, she publicly announced that women should be members of the Federal Nation Council of the Emirates. Salutations unending to Her Highness Sheikh Fatima. Makes me cry. Oh my God, I can't. Just a minute, please. And not only in Emirates, right? You can see here. It's, oh God. Look at this. Sheikha Fatima Institute of Nursing and Health Sciences in Lahore, Pakistan, is named after her. Awards and you see, I better not cry. I can't afford this here. Sorry, just a little bit. They say if you drink your tears, they become poisonous. So, oh God, and I'm in a shock. So I don't know. Look, they moved to Abu Dhabi when Sheikh Zayed became the ruler in August 1966. She was his most she was his most influential and favorite spouse because of her influential personality. She is the mother of Sheikh Mohammed, the current president of the United Arab Emirates and the ruler of Abu Dhabi. Sheikh Hamdan, Sheikh Hassan, Sheikh Hashama, okay, and you know, Sheikh Al Yazia. They are the most powerful bloc in the ruling family of Abu Dhabi, the Al Nayans. Okay, this doesn't matter to me, but what matters is her uh, humanitarian contributions and women empowerment and help, even abroad, like in Pakistan. Okay, so I'm much grateful, of to UAE. I cannot say how grateful I am, but still, I feel I have to complain. Shameless as ever. Sorry, this is. I have to see to it that no lady, no sheikha is or from ex-wife of the sheikh. You know, and there was this article which said that she's in unbearable pain, like me. But hers says 3 years. I've been since year, God knows when, and it increased in year 2000 plus. In year 2000, I thought I trusted this Shia, Sayyid, God knows what happened. Okay, now we're going back to the religion. Sorry, a person I blocked on Facebook kept saying that I'm spreading lies against this religion and Islam and all this and dodging me because he wasn't coming on live stream to comment there. But after my live streams, so that day I gave him a chance. I called out to him. I came live stream so I could explain that I'm not lying. You see, the danger of this distortion and putting wrong blames on people, truth seekers and ex Muslims, is that in Islam, Muslims can just go in a mob and kill without bringing a case to court against us. And in the name of respecting, in the olden, like just a few years back, I mean, even now, but respect our prophet and respect Islam. And in the UAE, it's like respect all religions, respecting. So you see, in Pakistan, no, and elsewhere, like I respect all religions and do not discriminate against any religion, UAE laws and rules. Oh, the Constitution of the United Arab Emirates provides for freedom of religion by established customs, and the government generally respects this right in practice. However, there are some restrictions. Example, attempts to spread Christianity among Muslims are not permitted. So no missionary work here. This is very good. The Christian Prince can't do this here. And Rob Christian. No, no, this is not very good. We should have like in Hyde Park. No. So Christians are restricted because these Christians they try to convert. There are a lot of people, even in India. They break you, break you. Anyways, I don't know whether to agree with their style on YouTube or not. But anyways, I extract the information from them. And this is not allowed. At least I'm safe. Christians are not safe here. Cannot do missionary work here. So, okay, this and sorry, UAE embassy in Washington D.C. 75% of UAE residents are Muslim. So, what about forget the disrespect for now. So this and what? No, no. So this back to this, right? I'm going from here to there. Sorry, disorderly, messed up, not prepared. What shall we do now? Um, how shall we help the slums? Help, 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 help! In India, Pakistan, and elsewhere. So I'll be. Shall I? I don't have the heart. I have to take. If I go on like this, there was a person who told me you can go. There's this person who joined the Black Magic Protection group on Facebook or something. घबराहट हो रही थी मुझे. I was feeling claustrophobic. I can't do it. I'm very sensitive and I need my mummy. So, if I say this, I don't know who could use this against me. Oh, my weakness. So my enemy already knew my weakness in Karachi. Who is my lifeline and how to cut that lifeline from me. It was incredibly masterminded, so well on the spiritual level too. metaphysical level. You see, this kinetic energy, the mind power. I've missed something. Sorry, like Derek C. The design. Oh, wait. Okay, uh, before missing things and eating up my words, and it's like talking to myself. You see, Derek C said this about this, right? The intelligent design. Sorry, it doesn't come from Muslims. So if you Muslims want to use this, the intelligent design, uh, you're borrowing it from Christians. Because mainly it was formed, this idea was a pseudo science, intelligent design. Where is it? I searched this on my other tab. Intelligent design, Wikipedia. So the Christians, it actually came from the Christians. Pseudo scientific argument for the existence of God. Now, one thing I found out to the grace of God, by the grace of God, or someone very true, is that you see, if you, and this is all by Christian politically conservative think tank based in the United States. The leading proponents of ID are associated. You can read Wikipedia, right, and all this. Uh, and so, about this intelligent design, I realized that now, after having done Jiddu Krishnamurti, all that, Moji Baba, and myself before Moji ji in Karachi, like, what is the mind? Where does the belief come from in the mind? Because I found things. My religion also, I would get stuck philosophically in religion, reading Mullah Sadra also. Intellectually, I could get it, but not being able to connect to God. We need something to protect ourselves, and God should have given us that something to protect us on the spiritual level too, not only on the material level. If He really cares for humanity, and like He says in the Quran, and about the Prophet too, that He's eagerly desirous of your welfare. It hurts Him that any harm come to you. It grieves Him. So that's why don't we have that protection? Quran ayat, huh? So I've used Quran ayats. So if you're going to say I'm wrong, but the way I've used Quran ayats is my own research, not to go to these religious scholars, because one religious scholar against the Shia, Sunni religious scholar, there are many schools of thought, there are differences in Islam also. So this person on Facebook was saying, no, you have to go and to the religious scholar and have a debate. I said, I don't believe in debates at all because of what I've learned from Jiddu Krishnamurti. And Jiddu Krishnamurti was my prayer answered, my thought, my heart's voice, that isn't there some other way rather than these religions and Imam Hussein sacrificing lives like that and his own life. But more importantly, the children that had to go to war at that time, their lives. So isn't there another way? Jiddu Krishnamurti gave me the answer. Was the answer to those nights I questioned God. In the nighttime, because in the daytime I was in college, St. Joseph's College. Isn't there another way? You see? So intelligent design, what I've come to now, is that the mind, learning from Muji Baba, it attacks. And what I also, before coming to Jiddu Krishnamurti and Muji, I learned that the mind is culprit. Mind is the culprit. Okay, you can say, oh, the blessed side of the mind and all this, but the other side of the mind is that it is the culprit. So I reached that conclusion way before I read Jiddu Krishnamurti in year 2000. And so, the mind being the culprit, you see, we have we created God, our God, even this one God that the Quran boasts about, you know, because if we go by this Christian uh, who have brought this about, intelligent design argument for the existence of God. You see, I'm also an ambitious person. I was. When my father had all that money, I could, buy things and experiment and be great in it. I want to be great in it. And so I've also been a very ambitious person. Now, and even I heard that His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin, I'm not comparing myself, but that he makes these islands and the innovations and this Dubai's Sheikh, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, ambitious, right? So we experiment and take risks and all this on our lives, and we can afford to make islands, not worry about what the environmental effect will be on due to these what do you call them? Artificial islands. They've so much money. I mean, if I had so much money, I would have innovated and ideas coming and this and that. That Body Shop is this small, but I would have made oh here let forest. Okay, this is forest cream from the forest, and this cream from desert. So have this grand shop, body shop ko urade, you know. Sorry, I don't mean to, but excuse me. Yeah, I just apologize for that. But you know what I mean. As a rich person, so my brother was telling me, I was giving him this idea about a nature's shop, like have creams and then have the forest there because it's from the forest, it's from nature. Have many other things like Body Shop has, right? Natural things. And so a forest, this is like was my idea, which didn't materialize. And being an Emirati, I didn't have the money, I couldn't work. And my brother also, youngest brother, said that this is not feasible. So forest, and there's what four seasons, like okay, four seasons and forest, and there's the desert, and there's the oasis, and so having a shop like making it look like a forest on this side because the forest products are here, and then from the desert, camel milk soaps like I found here in UAE. So desert, and make this part of the shop look like a desert, and then have the oasis, water sound, water coming, water, making an oasis and selling the oasis products, natural products. Oh, that would be like, you know, and you can, and the spiritually also you can come. It's not only a shop that you buy, but that you meditate, you contemplate, you reflect. Wow, it's like, it would have been so good if my thing had materialized idea, but it needed a lot of money. So I'm also ambitious like His Highness Sheikh Mohammed. If I had the money, I would have done all this. And perfume, natural, you know, from nature. Also have perfume, shampoos, all those products that Body Shop sells. I would have a Lapore Body Shop, but Zara, kuch ram karo, have some mercy. So God didn't want me to do that, I guess, because then Body Shop would have been wiped out. And we don't want Body Shop to be wiped out. So this intelligent design, you see, from the mind, if we start to, and how far can the mind go? But this mind can become very, like, God has given us nature. Now, what do I want to do? And I don't have the money, but the idea that, oh, I'm going to, or from island products, Sheikh Kabi Island, Orado, like, I mean, not Orado, but, Sheikh Hassan, what shop is this really? So you see, from nature, butterflies flying, tuck, 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 you know, flapping their wings, oh, beautiful sound coming, what do you call that? Amplifying the butterfly sound. Yeah. Oh, you can hear the dolphin. This is the seaside product. Seaside. You hear dolphins' sounds amplified. Oh my goodness, what I wanted. It's like a whole, this will cover a part of what? I'll need some, how much land will I need for this in the UAE? So you see how the mind, like intelligent design, let's take it and let's build our own. So it comes from the mind. It will inspire you. You can have that business, right? But I came to this simplify, because you see, all this, it's never enough for us. We can become very greedy, and as time goes on, so as they say, that whatever you're in right now, this will pass, right? As they say, time passes, and time is the best healer, some say, and I say love is the best healer. But some say time is the best healer. You see? So time goes on, and we need time to heal our wounds and traumas and all this. And sometimes we don't even know whether time can heal, or we need to heal inside ourselves. So if all this failed, and I said, intelligent design. So intelligence, where does intelligence come from? Simplify, simplify. So it comes from the mind. And then then go back, like Muji Baba, I learned. Now simplify. So what bottom line is? I know. And who is this I? So all that knowledge we've accumulated through intelligent design, observing, mind comes in. We want to become ambitious. We want to own, okay, I want a better garden than her. And I want dragonflies in my garden. I want butterflies in my garden. All that intelligent design comes. And does the mind has limitations though, but it will go circular, linear in this life. And it will keep on going, right? So, did the mind create God? In a religious crisis, sometimes faith crisis, have you ever asked that question? Because you see, Christians have their God, Jews have their God, Muslims have their God, and they have their evidences also. Some of them, we may think that they want to. It's all it could be, even the Muslims could be conditioning, brainwashing, all this. Brainwashing, you see, you can brainwash. But can you where's that? Where is that which is untouched by the world? So this is how I took myself, and I don't know the philosophical, logical, how I deduced. This is how I do it. So in logic also, you make You have a premise and you deduce from it. If the premise is true, then the truth comes and how the premise becomes true. But first, it's on assumption. We don't need assumptions, but we need to start with assumptions. So, who is the one starting with the assumptions? Can you please tell me? All human beings are good. Or God is all good. But I never found that in the Quran. It's just God is all encompassing, not all encompassing good. Anyways, point here is that all this we have done, and we have um, on our minds taken things, researched what is the mind, what is the brain. We need to go to the brain neurologist. What are these nerves? To find out. Now, if like Moji Baba says, you be the uh, cow which jumped over the moon. So, like haphazardly, I'm giving you how it doesn't like if you religiously also if you want to know God, knowing God, who's the one knowing? Because God said in the Quran, do you remember? Because I've taken a covenant from you. You see, there's a Quran ayat. I've taken a covenant from you. Am I not your Lord? Now, and you said yes. And now we have to remember that day where God said when we were in that prenatal state of creation. And another thing is that I had a problem with, is this creation or is this manifestation? We don't know for sure anything. It's all on maybes and assumptions and conjectures. Even religiously, through the religious text. As God said, reflect. So we reflect on the ayat. Still, I was stuck. I read Mullah Sadra, I was stuck. Very high language, I must say. Jiddu Krishnamurti, thank God. Then after Mullah Sadra, when I found Jiddu Krishnamurti, I was about to buy things on brain and Kaku, the scientist. Sorry, I've forgotten his first name. Michio Kaku's book in Karachi. And I've listened to Sir Peter Russell. He was a scientist. So, where does light come from? The sun. The only thing I know is for truth, in reality, is the light comes from the sun. Okay, am I going in wrong direction now, here and there, everywhere? Mind that's gone wild. And the mind has gone wild now. You see? Do you see my mind has gone wild here and there? So, all this conflict and chaos and confusion, to cut all that short, who is the I? Not the relative I, not the one passing, changing, and all this. In this world, relative would mean it's a truth, but it's a true reality, but it's the reality temporary, which is changing always. And the truth here changes. And the only truth here is that everything changes and moves here. In movement, everything changes. The truth of this life is this. So then, now we want an absolute truth. So, what is truth? Jesus asked Pilate. No, sorry. Pilate asked Jesus. Sorry about this. Pilate asked Jesus, what is truth? And Jesus kept quiet. So it's truth in silence. So cut this all this short because we get stuck. Is truth silence? Is this? Is the absolute truth? What is the absolute truth? So find out. Before finding out what is outside of you, find out who you are. Come back to yourself, right? All that knowledge first. And so the Greek maxim or saying goes, know thyself. Who said this? Now, I've read all that and done all that and, observed and all that. Now, very easy. Now, this I is not the relative I I'm talking about. But you can look at it where it is relative. And does this I become absolute? So, Muji Baba will tell you. And what I found by putting my thoughts aside one day, because I read Descartes. So, sorry, Rene Descartes. And the Bible says also, so here, contemporary are Muji Baba. You can do. Search YouTube, search. So I can show you here. Muji Baba. So why I want to keep this to intelligent design is because I can go here and then. Let me just finish on this that I'm on. So I'm not going to Muji Baba right now, just kept it on Wikipedia. Intelligent design. Please open Wikipedia. Google search intelligent design. So let me just completely finish this. You see, intelligent comes from the mind. And the mind cannot be trusted. The senses cannot be trusted. Sometimes you see something like in that Pakistani movie. I give an example that yesterday or something. Um, oh, you see Hazrat Khizr. Oh, this also, like from that part. Like there was this lady, the actress heroine, was on the snow and she was freezing to death. And Nadim, and that was Shabnam, and Nadim had to pick her up, like pull her and get her into his cabin. He was living somewhere far off from the city. So what he had to do without her consent now? Clock is ticking and she could die. So what your senses was, and what is the law that will say that you raped her? Right? Because it was not, but as a doctor, it was like he didn't have any other way but to sleep with her. So sorry about this, right? The only example that is coming in my head is this, and the rest of it is blocked for another example. So what are you seeing? If you see that, no, if you don't see that Nadim, the actor, his original name, Nadim, I don't know what his name was in the movie, what Nadim's name was and what Shabnam's name was. Well, later on, like maybe you see it as he raped her without consent, but he actually saved her life. So perceptions can, what you see also can be wrong. Perceptions can give us the wrong idea. Wrong idea, wrong thoughts. So not reliable, our six senses are not reliable. Do you see where I'm getting to? What is this? So leaving all these things behind, simplifying. Who is all this watching? Derek C. also spoke about consciousness and everything, but that I found out better in Hinduism or Buddhism. And Shiva, I'm sorry I had to. You see, so what is behind all this? Who is the seer? Who is the eye that wants to know is the mind. Mind needs outside stimulation and knowledge. But is there something which is beyond the mind? This eye without thought. So we've done this, right? Before in my first channel on YouTube. So put aside your thoughts. And we're like Rene Descartes. And the Bible verse was, as you think, so you are, or something like this, right? So very importance to thought. And now we're scared of the thought. We have fear. Oh, I hope I don't think like that because, and then we have these affirm affirmations coming and all this. Really, if someone tells me that as you think, you are, so you are. You make your life what you are, what you think you are. But what if you don't really think anything? If someone tells me this, I'll get very, very scared. I don't want those negative thoughts coming to me. And then we see in the world rape, not only like, but a lot of calamities, things. So where's the point now? So what do we do now? We don't think. So let the thoughts be. See if thought is the only thing or what. Who said this? Oh God, I have to leave this. No. Yes. So a mind has 1,000 thoughts. The night has 1,000. The night has 1,000 poem here. This one. Francis William Bourdillon. Bourdillon. Or Bourdillon. Sorry, I can't pronounce it properly. Goodreads I have to, sorry. I don't mean any. Scrapbook is also here. I hope I don't get compromised. Email. If my email shows it, pops out. The night has 1,000 eyes, by friends. With the dying sun, the mind has 1,000 eyes, and the heart but one. Yet the light of a whole life dies when love is done. Right? What is this art? So see it. Not the relative I am Zahra, not the conditioned I. I was born in a Muslim family, the way you are brought up. Shia family, Sunni family, Wahhabi family, Christian family, Jew family. And not the cultured I, living by our cultures. But this I, if you can see, because they're, like Aristotle said, because what there has to be what? Something that doesn't move, which is unchanging. If everything is moving, you need a fixed sight. If you move your eyes like this, how can you even concentrate? You can do exercises by moving your eye pupil, moving, here and there. But will you be able to concentrate or even pay attention? Forget concentration on one thing that you're studying. So when you're studying, right? Okay, your eyes are moving. But something has to be, wait a minute, is this a good example? When you're reading or when you're looking into a microscope, something has to be still for that attention. So you get all the information, you read, but in the mind, we think the mind is reading, maybe to a certain extent, but is there something more still than the mind that even sees the thoughts coming and going and reading through the eyes? The mind takes it. So, scientists, does something have to be, does something has to be still for it to take all this movement of, whatever we're doing, movement of energy or what we're studying or not? So, behind all this knowledge, is there something which is still and it would be fixed or no? Because it's not created. So, you can't use the word fixed because then you would use unfixed. Fixations would happen if you use. No, no. So let's not use fixed because then it would, people could say, like people say, an obsession. So you have a fixation with this person where the eyes are just, glued on this. Oh, beloved, like Rumi says, we're just outside, we're glued to your window. Our eyes are like, we can't move. Fixated. Sorry, I'm like this. I go on and on. But I want to, do you see it? So that you see it and you absorb it. No, no. Neither does it need to be seen by you, by us, by the eyes, or by the mind. But this that is all seeing. Oh my God. I gotta, I just saw this, right? Oh, no, no. I just got this feeling. I don't know what it is. But you see, for you to read a book, it has to be stationary in your hand. So your eyes can move and read the words, right? When you're examining something, something has to be still here. That same stillness inside is there. So as the thoughts are coming, it is witnessing. What Aristotle said. What? So am I going too fast? You see, I wasn't a good, I wouldn't like to quote people. When in my childhood, I just knew I loved Miss Desai and I don't have to prove it to the world and say, oh, Rumi and Shams and who else? Please, my love is pure and this and that and start quoting people and Hussein and Bibi Sakina and Zainab, his beloved sister, or my mother and her teachers, like she had a favorite teacher, art teacher, Miss Hasina Moen, and she invited her teachers. My mother was affectionate and this and that. So, you see, I don't have to quote presidents and all this. I just knew it inside of me. The thing is, okay, now to tell the people that it was pure love, it was true love for this Miss Desai, I felt that, it's not due to this insecurity or that my mother is not well or that I need a teacher to rely on and get attached. That's why I got attached to it to solve the problem. I didn't like my, like in this, who is he? D.H. Lawrence, Sons and Lovers. D.H. Lawrence was very attracted to his mother, Sons and Lovers. I was told. I think it's mentioned here in his book, Sons and Lovers by D.H. Lawrence. Now, you know, all those psychological, you won't believe it, but why should you believe me? You can't believe me. Would you believe me? So psychological problems and neurosis, neurotic, and now इस पे रहम नहीं करो, इसको ज़्यादा नहीं दो. Butterfly जैसे वो जो say if you force just let it go, don't don't help her. Like my great grandmother, I came to Dubai. She was in her 90s, something like 80, maybe 80s something. And then in her 90s, she was in the hospital. So, you know, I came for a visit to Dubai, and I said to my great grandmother, because she was very good. So I wanted to, like, I saw her hands a little bit, like, so I wanted to, she was eating it's like breakfast, you know, the milk, and she was putting these soft bread pieces. My grandmother, her daughter-in-law came and told me, no, 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 don't feed her with your hands or with the spoon, but, you know, feeding her because she will get spoiled. And when you leave, because you're here for a little while, what will happen? She will need someone. You see? So don't help, don't help. Yes, and sometimes you can. So everyone has, you know, these kind of opinions and beliefs and psychological, God knows what, that this person will get used to your feeding her for a few days you're here. Don't help her. Don't help the butterfly. So you know how the butterfly transforms from what? The transformation of the butterfly. Yeah, that is nature. God has inspired the bees. Who are we? We humans. So we give this whole story, the transformation. Sorry, no copyrights infringement intended. From egg, butterflies, and moths. You see the metamorphosis: egg, larva, pupa, and adult. Yes, yes, please, adults, oh, I mean human beings, don't interfere in this nature transformation and change, the life cycle of butterflies. Yes. Thank you, the Academy of Natural Science of Drexel University. Now, are you prepared for this I? Who is the I behind all knowledge, everything? Sorry, no so intelligent design. Uh-huh. What a smirky. Oh, sorry. Intelligent design. So, shall we do away with this now? It's over. Okay, let's empty our minds. Have I finished with this? God gave me this. from. And if you're going to tell me what, oh, I forgot to mention this one, tiger, tiger. So you see this tiger here in the middle? It's like, looks like a tiger. Help humanity. But if you're going to talk about harmony, so let me just finish with this I behind, symmetry, symmetry. Tiger, tiger, burning bright in the forest of the night. Tiger, tiger, burning bright. William Blake, one of my favorite poets. So Poetry Foundation, compromise my, yes, email, yes. All of you may know what my email, it hasn't popped out, thank God. Tiger, tiger, burning bright in the forests of the night. What immortal hand or eye could frame thy fearful symmetry? In what distant deeps or skies burnt the fire of thine eyes? On what wings dare he aspire? What the hand dare seize the fire? And what shoulder and what art could twist the sinews of thy heart? And when thy heart began to beat, what dread hand and what dread feet? What the hammer, what the chain? In what furnace was thy brain? What the anvil, what dread grasp dare its deadly terrors clasp? When the stars threw down their spears and watered heaven with their tears, did he smile his work to see? Did he who made the Lamb make thee? Did he who made the Lamb make thee? Tiger, tiger, burning bright in the forest of the night, what immortal hand or eye dare frame thy fearful symmetry? So shall we now leave the intelligent design behind? Right? Now do you see it? How innocent, stupid we can be. Oh, sorry. Myself also, I'm saying we. Do you see this? How long I've been stupid? Oh, that God. Didn't Jesus Christ say that? Didn't the Bible says there are wolves in sheep's clothing? And aren't you going to question that wolf? Who made the wolf? Christians? Muslims? Who made these hypocrites? Oh, tiger, tiger, burning bright. And we have His Highness Crown Prince here. He's got his hand on his mouth and one hand on his head, face, here. Left side, extreme left side, you can see it. Maybe if you can't see it on the extreme right. Yes, I can see it. Can you see this, His Highness Crown Prince of Dubai, Sheikh Hamdan? Look-alike resemblance. So humanity has fallen. And Sheikh Hamdan, what's the other one? Let me show you. This is my principle, the best. Mami, where are you? So, okay. Garden. Now, aliens are going to help us. They're coming to help us because we humans have failed. Save humanity. Bend down. It's a kingly act to help the fallen, Mother Teresa said. Oh, God. So, this symmetry, this intelligent design of the tiger burning bright. Who made thee? So, what I is this, right? Which doesn't move. Will this help humanity to know thyself? And this pure awareness that can perhaps tame even the tiger burning bright? No, we can't go that far right now. But whoever made this tiger burning bright, the creator, or is it a manifestation and the world is upside down because of how the mind has seen things and uh, created an all benevolent God, creator, and made him the creator of this whole world. And if I give you the Shaitan story, even from the Bible, Adam and Eve are hiding in the garden heaven. God, all knowing, doesn't know what they have done. So if we take, better to take the Quran story, right? He doesn't come to rescue Adam. He keeps quiet there. And his silence, we are told, because God has the best reason. God's reason cannot be, he's in his wisdom. You can't question him, but I want to understand his wisdom that he kept quiet there. But the religious scholars, our religious scholars say, but after this, beyond this, we cannot go. The mind, the wisdom of God now here, we cannot question because he is the just Adal, our Shia religious scholars, you know. If you question that, your mind, what, you will go crazy. You can't question that, but I want to know God. My search was for God now. And yet my mind is questioning, and they say you won't be able to understand. You'll have to go down in sujood. So, okay, now Islam has told us to go down in sujood, right? No. Even Hindus go down. When they go in the temple, they just fall down flat on their faces in front of the idols, gods. So, shall we go as the Hindus or shall we take Islam? Fall down flat. Submit your will to Allah. Now, I want to know what this Allah is that I'm, and where's my will? How do I submit my will? No, you have to surrender to God. Like when the storm comes, yes, you prepare yourself, you evacuate, or if you can't save your lives, if it's too much, flooding and all this. But you also surrender to nature, but not in a suicide manner. That's what okay, so we could go on. It's debatable, argue this, that, come to this thing of who is behind the seer. Then This will like, oh, but don't take it through the Muslim Islamic way. Sorry, Islamic way, right? So if I tell you now, intellectually, we've come to this. We've understood. It's not the relative I am talking about. I've shown you, and you can, if you have any more you have questions here, please ask me. Challenge me like Derek C did. Any questions you have here so far, right? Before I proceed. Any questions? Think. Are you going to use your mind even now? So, who is the watcher watching the mind, the thoughts? Can you see? The movement of the thoughts. There has to be something unmovable. Aristotle. But don't quote it, don't make it so important. Aristotle came to it. So when you're watching this, what has to be stationary? Your tab, your computer. Are you now going to use your mind and say, oh, intelligent design? Or you this one, I, the stationary one. It has no movement and it was not even created because the primal cause loses a philosophy. I did all that in BA philosophy, right? College, Bachelor of Arts. Who is the creator? Then who created God? Oh my God. Allah, what is God? What is God? You see, it becomes like just too overwhelming for us to take. The mind cannot take it. So recently I was like, I'm calling on Narayan. This is the last call to him. And I said, like, oh, we're listening to Paramahamsa Vishwananda's Murti. Oh, sorry, what's that? Not Murti, Bhakti. Oh, so saying that he told Paramahamsa Vishwananda Master, show me that God's Narayans or Vishnu's forms and all the other things, your greatness. He said, you're not ready for it and all. And I was like, Allah, why didn't he show it? So what so recently, that night, I said, no, I'm ready to see. I'm calling Narayan. This is my last call to Narayan. I put on the kirtan of Bhakti Marga, Paramahamsa Vishwananda himself singing, Master singing, his bhakts are singing, I'm also singing. And now I'm taken like it's this, in the sea. I feel like I'm on sea, getting seasick. I did get seasick, but not when we went from Gothenburg, we went to Sweden in the ship. Oh, I got seasick. Or from Sweden, we went back to Gothenburg in a ship. I got seasick. And my father said, take boiled eggs you should eat or something. I got so sick. I was sick and I lost my equilibrium and all this. For some time, I didn't know, like, moving or what. When we came back to Gothenburg also. Something like, okay, so I got seasick. So now back to this, I've lost it. See? So don't think I'm some traveling and showing off. No. So I was also homesick and I missed, yeah. So I don't show off, really. I'm not like that. Okay, so seasick and all this. So where am I now? I forgot. Such an important thing. This could, you know, save So give me a minute or so. Maybe it will come back. What was the point in saying seasickness? I can't remember. The eye. So you see, there's this movement, and can there be something which doesn't move? Because I wanted to get you to see things in a way that you can, through experience, see and tell for yourself. See. And then what do you need to do? Keep as silent as ever. Because then you don't need to show off anything, read anything, say anything. Because you are one with that Supreme. You are the Supreme. So Paramahamsa Vishwananda. So I was doing this, and my mind was going to that Vishnu. Oh, and looking at the shisha, and now I thought, oh God, I already had the intention. What if it takes me to the shisha on the ocean? And if one snake, I was so scared. I say, oh, Sarah, I thought you were ready for this. And you can't even go to the shisha on the ocean and sit with the Vishnu. Forget it. No, no, no. And I would open my eyes during the kirtan and then close it. I said, oh God, that's true. I'm not ready. I wasn't ready. And sometimes I'm saying, oh no, I think I need a master. I really need a master. I don't think I should do this alone. Master should be with me here. I got scared and very, very overwhelmed. So I'm looking at the shisha. Vishnu. Okay, Vishnu is on that. Still scared. On the ocean, what? Yeah. No, no, no. I think, no, no, no. I'm not ready right now. The feelings, the psychological problem I have. And I thought I was ready. So the thought, oh my God, I failed. And I don't even know myself. So now out of balance, that, oh my God, I shocked myself. I was serious. I needed to meet Narayan. And I went low that night. Oh God, I was like out of balance. And because I couldn't trust myself. No, no. Arya Par death. I'm playing the holy of death. Like you can, I'm going to the mouth of death to meet God. I'm going through I like that search. Or which movie was it? I don't remember the name of that movie. Sometimes I say title of the movie, title of the book, and name of the movie. Sorry. So I make these kind of mistakes. Name of the movie. In the Arabian Nights or what? Ali Baba Chalis Chor? 40 Thieves, Ali Baba and the 40 Thieves. Anyways, you have to go through hell. And I will go through hell to save my loved one, Mrs. Munira Gulzar, if I have to. A little bit here, what happened for so many years? Help, help, help. I've become a monster and all this. Like, I'm seeing rapists' faces, lolling of the tongue. Ah, no, 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 no. And your lecherous looks. Rustical Rayanko say, "Ooh. Mummy, 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 where are you, mummy? Okay. Oh. So really, I don't trust myself anymore. What is there to trust? Maybe I need a master. So this time I really felt that I needed a master. Master, hold my hand. Please be here. I'm not going to the shisha. So this happened, you see. So little do we know ourselves. Oh my God. And I was like on one live stream that, yes, why doesn't Paramahamsa Vishwananda show his bhakti actually? Bhakt, the glories of Allah, the glories of God, Vishnu. Oh, no. Thank you very much. Uh, right? So, oh my God. And no, please. I try to force myself. No, sit there for a while with your eyes closed. Narayan, Shriman Narayan. Oh, no, thank you. This was happening. I said, Master, are you playing? Why can't you give me that feeling that I could go to the Shishya, close to Vishnu? I'm going. But when it came to the actual, like, okay, we're taking you, I said, no, like, no, we're not taking you, but you actually, maybe God will pull me to Himself. I was like, no. I opened my eyes and I said, okay, maybe I need some time now. I can't trust myself. So terrible, right? I failed. Okay. So now on this, I need some break, a break, and then some break. I need some time and break. Thank you so much. Any questions? Sorry, yeah, okay. Any questions that you have? So I will continue later on. Or maybe I'll go on my first channel, or I'll have to continue. There are more follow. But thank you for subscribing. And please don't push the bell icon to all, because I come many times in a day. I may come and it might disturb you, your phone notification or your computer notification. So personalize, or just, just keep it silent. Okay. Uh, I might come here. I might come on the second channel. I don't know when I'm going to come here to continue. Let's see. Hopefully, I'll come here to continue. But I also want my second channel subscribers to. Is it important? If you are interested, right? If you are interested in my style and what I say and what I'm trying to do here, help humanity and make us better. No, we are better. So put you in that place. Go, claim your divinity and see it. Please don't let these religious beliefs come back to you. And they do. Even Jiddu Krishnamurti said that you'll go back to your religions and your beliefs and your conditioning. So that's why I have to come here again and again. Thank you so much. I will. So, no questions. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful day, blessed day, all of you, your family members, safe and protected, and with a beautiful life, most beautiful life.